That's right. Welcome in, welcome back, folks, to in what should be a shock to nobody at all in America at this point. Deuce Knight is finally officially decommitted from Notre Dame edition of the Always Irish Show. Never a dull moment. May as well fill the bye week up with something, right? Never a dull moment. All right, let's get into this. Thanks for being here. As always, you can find the program on YouTube. Do it, subscribe if you haven't yet. Appreciate it very much. Give the video a thumbs up. That helps John out as well. Notifications on that way you don't miss nothing. Twitter, search bar Always Irish or at Always Irish Inc. Emails alwaysirishnd@gmail.com. Audio only anywhere you want it. You can get it if you don't want to see my face. Nobody blames you for that. Call in lines 312-900-8815. Dial it up. Tell Uncle Yanni Boy all you've heard and seen. Notre Dame Fighting Irish brought to you by SI. Read all about it. Patreon.com/Always Irish. Former Captain Mike Goolsby. Jared Clark back there breaking down the film. We got an entire operation going over there. It's a good thing. Thanks to everybody that's there already. Appreciate you. All right. Let's get into this joyous topic. There you have it. After this long and bizarre and drawn out saga of what's going on and rumors of this, rumors of that, dates for this, dates for that, none of it happened, blah, 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 blah. After all this BS, the Deuce is loose. The Deuce is loose. You know, it's wild. I recorded a video just like this the first week of August when all this news broke. And it was like, oh, he's going to leave, blah, 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 blah. I had a video ready then. I've been sitting here. Nothing's happening since. Now here we are. So I got 5 different thoughts of my reaction to this. And I don't wasting any time. I'm not in the mood. Number 1, what a shame. What a shame. I thought Marcus would be a great mentor for Deuce in a unique way. And I just thought, just ever the family man and like the father and just the whole thing with like, I really thought Marcus Freeman would be a good mentor and role model for Deuce to learn under and how to become a good Notre Dame man and all this. I just think there was an opportunity there and for him to create his own path at Notre Dame and all that and have mentorship with Freeman. It's just disappointing. It ain't going to happen. And I don't know where he's ultimately going to end up. I don't trust anything with any of this anymore. The recruiting's enough to make you just want to run away and never come back to your phone or computer, like with the way things go. I don't know where he's going to ultimately end up or what it's going to be for sure. I'm just going to say, who needs to try and go be the next Cam Newton when you could be the first Deuce Knight? Do you feel me? I have no interest in being the next Cam Newton in the SEC at Ole Miss or Auburn or whatever when I could be the first Deuce Knight and do it at Notre Dame. What a huge missed life opportunity here. Just gone. And again, I'm not buying into anything being a done deal yet. But if it ends up being going with Hugh Freeze as the ultimate ending point, you mean the guy coming off a show cause for being a bad guy? You mean the guy with the escorts on speed dial on the school issued phone? That guy? Yeah, that's the guy I want mentoring my kid. Good call. Said no responsible parent in America. So, whatever it is, Ole Miss, Auburn, anywhere else in the SEC, whatever it is, yeah, I understand the football parts of it. Spare me. It ain't Notre Dame. There was a unique opportunity here for this guy because of his unique skill set and the position he plays and the marriage with that coach. There was a unique window here, and I'm frustrated that we're not going to see how it plays out. And that's point number 2. On the actual field, I wanted Deuce because he's got a totally different skill set than what we're working with. And it isn't just like his athleticism is so unique compared to what we're used to having in Notre Dame quarterbacks. And I wanted to see that open up everything Notre Dame could do. Every play is a runner, a pass. Jaden Daniels like at LSU running, and nobody's open. I'll run it for 30 yards. And if they are open, I got a big arm. I could throw all this stuff. That's what I want on the actual field. That's what excited me the most, is just how different he is than what we're used to seeing from Notre Dame quarterbacks. That edge is what's been missing for years. So, really frustrating. Really frustrating. Number 3. I resented the way this went down. And you could say that this is modern era stuff. And John, you're thinking of this like an old guy does because you'll be 40 in a couple days and you're an old man. I resented the way this went down. You're committed to Notre Dame, but you're on film and all over Twitter wearing other teams' gear, and you're at their place every week, and you're actively recruiting other players to go to the other school online, and everybody see this isn't behind the scenes, this is public. Telling other guys to come with you to the other school and all that, and you're wearing their other gear and everything and all this. You're doing all that while you are technically committed to Notre Dame. I hate it. I hate it. I just don't think it's in the spirit of, I mean, what is life? What does commitment mean? I don't understand. Like, I don't get it. It's just the whole thing rubs me the wrong way. It makes Notre Dame look like a bunch of clowns. You have no leverage, so you just sit there and let it all happen because you don't want to kick him out of the class because you're hopeful you can maybe save him, but he's clowning you online, recruiting other guys to go to the other school and wearing the other team's colors and rags and wristbands and all this stuff while committed to Notre Dame. It all rubs me the wrong way, makes us look foolish. But when you're Notre Dame, you have no leverage. What are you going to do? Kick the most talented kid in the class out? So they had no leverage. So they kind of let the guy do all this, hoping they could save it. But really, they were counting him as being gone, but they're like a sliver of hope. I just hate it. The whole dynamic I hate. You could tell me this is the way it's done in the modern era. You could tell me that old school thing of like Notre Dame telling guys, if you're committed to us and you take other visits, you're out. You could say that's an old school thing, John. And if you did that now, you're not going to land any 4- and 5-star guys because they all want to be wined and dined and go around the country and be recruited and all this stuff. And if you're going to do that, they're not going to come because what is the Notre Dame stance on that? If you commit and you're a good enough player, you're allowed to take other visits, and they're not. Is it case by case, or is that not a rule at all at Notre Dame that they frown upon you being committed but taking visits? I don't know. I'm asking, but it's just a weak look. You have no leverage. So the staff didn't want to tell him just decommit. You're out of there, because they're holding on to hope. But the flip side is he's punking you every day. He's out there recruiting for another team, but on your recruiting commit list. If this is the modern way to do things, I shove it. Here's some good news. Number 4. I got some good news for you, Notre Dame people. You know what you don't have to worry about? Losing all the great skill guys and wide receiver recruits because Deuce is decommitting. You know why? Because you struck out, didn't land any of them in the summer anyways. So you're in the clear. No worries there. Does that make you feel any better? Son of a buck. It is hard being a Notre Dame person. How's that for some bright news? Here's number 5. Obviously, summer's all about recruiting. There ain't no football going on. Recruiting. Then you get into camp and then into the season. Recruiting takes a back seat and it's about the season, and then recruiting pops back up as the main thing, right? That's the way this cycle goes. Big hit for Notre Dame's recruiting class, obviously. Your top defensive player, not only did he flip you, but he flipped you for Michigan. That's an insult. Now your top offensive guy is gone off to the SEC somewhere. You don't close any gaps doing this, folks. And I don't know how you solve it. I don't have all the answers. I'm not saying Bowden did bad or Freeman messed up or whatever. I'm not saying I don't have those answers. But I know for a fact you don't get this all where you need and want it to be if you're losing your top guys out of every class. Now that's a trend with Freeman losing these guys. You can't hold on to your highest rated recruits. I don't know how you ever think you're going to get ahead, but it's happened in every single class since Freeman's been that guy. I don't know how you fix it. I'm not going to tell you I have all the answers, but I'm diagnosing the problem. You can't live that way where your highest rated guys you're losing at. You just can't. It's an absolute just killer to your class. You can't do it. Practically, it's a nightmare, and perceptually, it's a nightmare to lose your highest rated guys. You can't do it. Something's got to change. Chad, you got this big bonus. GM, we got to keep your, figure something else out. So you don't lose your highest rated guys. I swear, following Notre Dame recruiting, it'll put you in a mental institution. A couple more years like this, I'm going to come out looking like Hannibal Lecter down here. They're going to have me strapped to a gurney, wheeling me in. So listen, man, you can't close the gap doing this. You can't have any momentum or anything doing this. It's just, you can't. You got to figure it out because it's happening in every class now. So you need to figure something out. Maybe less movie remakes in the summer and more figuring out how to land these guys. How about that? So, moving forward, what's next for Notre Dame? I'll tell you what needs to be next. You need to have this resolved fast. You knew this was coming. It's been in the works for months. My people tell me the staff has half considered him not a part of the class for months anyways. Okay, that means right after he announces he's decommitting, I need you to move and land your new quarterback, and he's got to be good. He can't look like some skinny dork like me. He better be good, and it better be fast. You've had months to ponder this situation. Now's not the time to start going, I wonder what other quarterback we could get. No, that all needs to be done, and I want in days you to land the next guy you've been working behind the scenes if this was going to happen. And he's got to be good. It can't just be a dude. It's got to be somebody good. So, it's not ideal. It is very frustrating. It is a shame. There was a real opportunity here for this guy in his life to choose a different path and be his own man and there's been a lot of stuff at Notre Dame. It could have been the one and only Deuce. And if you have that athleticism and skill set and you're at Notre Dame and that goes well for you, literally you could do anything in life, man. The world opens up to you. In a way, I'm sorry, it ain't going to at Ole Miss or at Auburn or whatever. Really big missed opportunity. But everybody makes decisions in their life, and this is a big one. I hope it works out for the kid. He seems like a sweet, innocent kid with a lot going on in his head and a lot of people doing this and saying that and offering this and that. It's a tough place to be in. I hope it works out for him, but I can't help but think this is a little bit of a short-sighted decision, man. The temptation of quicker playing time or a little more upfront money or whatever, man, compared to that Notre Dame network that you have for life, man, that's tough. That's tough for me to wrap my mind around. Anyways, that's the news. You can't really act like you're surprised if you're at Notre Dame, because it's just more frustration. Not surprised, but just frustrated. And I need Notre Dame to move fast on that next quarterback thing. And it can't be 3-star Johnny Catholic here from the Joliet Diocese and me and my 5'9", 155 frame. And I'm going to give it all I got because I'm going to try hard. Ooh, no. It better be a dude, and it better be fast to put this to bed quick. What do you guys think?